Hello, today I'm going to be reviewing Clairefontaine's Paint On Multi-Techniques pad, which claims it can be used on any medium of art, acrylic, gouache, watercolor, everything. So I'm going to put it through its paces today and see what it can do. So I've got the paper ready and I need to put it through its paces. So I'm going to start with mediums that I think it can handle first. And we're looking for how it looks good on the paper, whether it comes through, if it's paint, whether it actually seeps through the paper, how grainy it looks, all sorts of things. Let's see how it works. So I'm going to start with a simple one. I'm going for charcoal. Charcoal, I just really want to see whether charcoal looks good or not. So I'm just going to draw, I'm just going to colour really in here to see how thick it looks. Okay, so I now smudge it, and smudging it you get this kind of grainy effect, and that's because this is a textured grain paper. It's a bit of a pain because in reality if you're using charcoal you'd want something that was smoother than that. So I'm going to give it marks out of 10 on charcoal. Let's say 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 because it's going to work. It seems to be nice on the smooth. It's not much coming up on my hands, which is great. And you can see the colour quite well. But then again, when it's the smoothing area, it's grainy, so that's a bit annoying, so that's why it doesn't hit 10 out of 10. Now I'm going to try acrylic paint. Okay, so just going to put a little dab of it. This is cheap acrylic paint. I thought if I choose the cheapest one, then we'll see how that works on the page. Okay, so there we are. Dabbing it along. I'm just going to dab it for a little bit to see if it comes through the page. Also, we're going to leave it to dry and see how it dries. Okay, so there we go. There we go. Right, now I'm going to leave that for a bit, and we'll give it all marks out of 10 at the end. I will put the marks on the video. Okay, now I'm going to try gouache paint next door. God, I can't get this one off. Let's get a different gouache out. Had it all lined up, and then the gouache paint doesn't work. It's typical. Okay, here we go. There. One blob of gouache. As if we're going to mix media, let's try and mix the gouache with the acrylic as well. There we go, I've got a bit of acrylic on the paint still. On the brush still. So first of all, that is smooth finish. I tell you, that's nice. Yeah, mix it in there like this. This is look. If I make this textured finish, put some acrylic on the top there. There we go. Right. Okay, so that's the gouache, that's the acrylic, and the charcoal. Now, I'm also going to use the opportunity to do watercolors. Bear with me. This is called preparation. Always prepare with some water if you're going to do watercolors. Anyway, here we go. Right, so paint, brush. I'll get some colour, and this is the Aquafine Watercolor set. It's a very good set. If anything, it's going to be the better set to use. So I'm going to do 2, I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to use the Neo color set while I'm at it as well. So first of all, that's the Aquafine set. See how that turns out. Neo colors. I'm going to just crayon that there. There we go. Get some water onto that. There we go. Wow. So what we're looking for in the Neo colors is, does it leave behind grain or does it work? And how much water I have to put on it to get it to work. Otherwise it just leaves bits of crayon on the page. You see that? That's bits of crayon that haven't come up in the water. Look, it's dripping. It's running away. It's escaping. Well, it does show it's not soaking into the page, but we shall see at the end. Okay, I'm also going to try and get on some enamel paint, just because, you know, I can. Okay, enamel oil paint. That's my way of getting oil on there. Okay, bear with me while I mix the paint, because of course it's got the, when you get oil paint you get the oil separation from the colour if you don't mix it up. Here we go. Smells nice. Okay, there we go. So that's oil paint. It's coming across very well. Might as well clean the brush while I'm at it. Right. Okay. So get the lid on that. Ah, yes. So I lost the lid there. Right. Okay. And then so I've got the Neo color, I've got the watercolor, oil paint, and yeah, that's it. So let's see how that has come through on the other side. Quite important. So most of it hasn't dried yet. Right, so the first thing, let's just pop that straight down on top. That is what paint. Right, so the enamel one has come straight through, the colours come through, but it's not supposed to be used. The acrylic, you can see, has caused a massive ripple effect. Okay, so watercolour has been okay. It's got a little bit of a ripple on that side, but yeah, that's actually worked out okay. The big problem I had was the acrylic. The acrylic seems to have caused a complete bend in the paper. Let's see if I can show you that. Can you see there how it's going up and then down? That acrylic paint is causing that whole effect. So essentially not good for acrylic, okay for gouache. It's causing a little bit of the paint is starting to peel. Sorry, the paper is starting to peel on the paint, on the watercolor there, but I did put a lot of water on it. This watercolor, it's bending the paper. So would watercolor, no, not very good at all. Gouache, okay. Acrylic, I wouldn't do it unless you were desperate. But charcoal and sketching and graphite, I assume, would be working okay. A bit disappointing, really, because Clairefontaine is supposed to be a good brand. Please leave your comments if you have any thoughts on this, if you think that I could have done it a different way. I will also be doing the same test on many other papers just to see what they come out like. So watch the other videos and tell me what you think. Okay? And in the meantime, check out my other videos, subscribe, and like the video if you like it, please. Okay? And leave comments, because I really do appreciate the comments that you leave, and I will reply to every single one that I can. Okay, then, thanks. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining me today on my channel, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more videos as they come up, please click subscribe. And if you'd like to like it and leave a comment on the video, that would be much appreciated. And hope to see you again soon.